Hispanics, in your opinion, Ruben, and you obviously live among them in San Diego, and tons of them there, they're more likely to throw Newsom out. But then Larry Elder would probably be governor, and he's a very, very right-wing guy. Will that have any effect in the vote?
Yeah. Well, see, I've known Larry for 27 years. He and I used to host radio shows for KBC together many years ago. I know him to be a really kind of good guy. I like him. I disagree with him on many issues, but he doesn't fit the caricature that the liberal media in California is trying so hard to draw of him. So I think he will probably do better than expected with Latinos, because people expect him not to do very well at all. He'll do better than that. But the main problem for Newsom is he can't, at this late date, connect with this constituency. They might just stay home, Bill. That's really the issue. They don't have to defect to Elder. They don't have to vote Republican.
No, they can just vote. They can just check one. They don't have to check the second box about who you want.
They can go fishing. They can go fishing and not even go vote because he hasn't connected with them.
Right.
So that's the apathy now has become the big question.
Okay. So tomorrow, Vice President Harris goes to San Francisco. This looks a waste of time to me. San Francisco is Newsom's base. He used to be the mayor there. Who's going to come out to see Harris say Newsom's great? Right. I don't think this changes any minds, does it?
It does not. California is really 12 states in one by geography. I live in the San Diego area, but I was born and raised in Central California, which is very conservative farmland. There are many conservative Mexican Americans out there who vote Democrat, but they're conservative Democrat. They will vote for the right Republican, and they have shown that. And that never gets covered, Bill. That's never covered by the liberal media. They pretend that doesn't exist, But that kind of constituency, Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom just don't speak to. They don't know those people.
Yeah, I don't see this. But then Biden goes early next week. So this is, I don't know.
No.
Biden goes down and, to speak to Californians to keep Newsom in there. But Biden is so shaky at this point that he could say anything. I mean, they got to be nervous just about Biden showing up and saying anything, correct?
Yeah. Here's what they're doing wrong, Bill. They're targeting people who are already going to vote for Newsom. When you bring Harris and Biden out, you're speaking to the converted, the folks who are already in your camp. You need to go after the folks who are wavering, the folks who, like in my case, I voted for Gavin Newsom in 2018. I didn't want anything to do with the Republican Party in California in 2018. They've dug themselves into a big grave on immigration. But at the same time, he lost me. He lost me in those, in almost 3 years. They should be speaking to people like me saying, how do we get you back? No, they're speaking to the diehard dark blue voters they already have.
Now, in the state of California, you heard my monologue on Joe Biden, backed up with facts every step of the way. The folks, even if they won't admit it, because a lot of people don't want to admit that their vote was poorly thought out, they just won't admit it. But most people know that Biden, there's a problem here. Does California know that?
About Biden or about Newsom?
About Biden.
Yeah, I think increasingly the whole country does, and even the California Democrats do. You will hear, look, they're grateful to be rid of Donald Trump. They're glad Joe Biden is there. It's very hard, though, to find anybody who will defend his performance on Afghanistan or many other issues in which he's failing. And there's a parallel there with Gavin Newsom, right? I don't find Latino Democrats who will defend Newsom and saying, oh, he's doing a great job. All they'll do is play the fear game and say, you've got to keep the Republicans out. Larry Elder is terrible. And again, I know the man, he doesn't fit that caricature. So they left me flat. They're not making a good argument as to why we should keep Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out if there's any hope that California might come back to the middle. So that you have now two things in play. You have California paying an enormous amount of money just to put a gallon of gas in your car.
Right.
I mean, if you're a worker and you're already paying high housing costs.
You bet.
Right. Mm-hmm. And now you're filling up the tank to the tune of $70.
Right.
And there's one man well, in California, it's the whole progressive wing that's responsible for it. But nationally, Biden's responsible for it. He attacked on the first day of office the fossil fuel industry, and then wham, you saw what happened. So I'm trying to think if there's any hope that California may stop being the citadel of progressivism. And we will know next Tuesday, when the recall vote is, we'll know if Californians are coming back a little or are they going to stay out in left-wing Loonville. Last word.
I love this question because if California does make it back to the purple center, it'll be Latinos who drag it there, conservative Latinos who go there, and not white Republicans. They don't have enough juice in California. It's going to be Latinos who take them there, and that's going to be very interesting to watch in the years to come.